can we shift our focus a little bit from the increase of MPR and look at other measures we can curtail inflation? And if we should, what measures do you think that the AFS Bank, or let me put it this way, what measures do you think that the monetary and the fiscal authorities should be utilizing to bring inflation down to its knees?
Yes, I have told you, for any economic manager, whether it is monetary or fiscal, the problem is these three rates: inflation rate, exchange rate, and interest rate. And at times we see that once you increase the MP, that is the interest rate, it has an effect on this other rate. So it's a delicate balance, and you cannot know it completely. That is the truth about it. So what economics try to do is to say, okay, let's try and see how we can move this rate up this way, and okay, fiscal authority, see what we can also do to encourage businesses to continue to produce, and all that. So that is the only thing the government can do. Monetary-wise, CBN is just doing what they are expected to do, to see how they look at the various rates, inflation rate, interest rate, and exchange rate, and see how they can have a form of balance. Monetary policy alone cannot kickstart any economy, cannot bring down inflation rate. So the fiscal part of it, that is the government itself, has to look at creating an enabling business environment. Let us increase production. Let power be available. Let security be okay. Then we can see increase production. Once we increase our production, then of course prices of goods and services might likely come down. Because the inflation we are facing today in Nigeria, I'm not saying it's not an issue of excess money supply. It's an issue of it's cost push inflation. The cost of input in production is high, and that is why manufacturers are shutting down. So if that can be taken care of in terms of the input that these people use in their production, enabling environment security, then obviously with the monetary policy doing their own bits, we might see an improvement in the economy in terms of reduction in inflationary rates.
All right then. As a stockbroker, I'd like to get your thoughts on this. Global equity market capitalization increased by 13 trillion naira in 2023. 2023 was really a volatile year for many businesses and also the global economy as a whole. But despite the headwinds and the challenges, we're seeing that global equities market actually recorded a huge gain, so to say. How do you react to this? And most importantly, the Nigerian capital market, that's the Nigerian exchange, also recorded from the report I got here 46.6% gains last year. How would you react to all of these, and what would you say are the fundamentals or perhaps the sentiment responsible for this?
Yes, if you look at the global equity market, it also flows with the global economic outlook. Now, yes, each jurisdiction might have their own peculiar conditions, just like we saw in Nigeria. Despite what is happening in the global equity market, our own Nigerian market defies other, because for us, each market is unique. The type of investors we have in Nigeria is not the type of investors we will have in Asia or in Europe or in America or even in Latin America. So each of these regions have their own peculiarities, and that is what is playing out in terms of their equity market. So we don't get an overall view, and of course with IOSCO, that is the organization that is coordinating securities all over the world. We'll not begin to give you outlook for the different regions. So yes, there is still need for improvement in the equities market globally, and we saw a lot of regulation. If you're looking at the US market, you can see that they have been dealing with issues of antitrust. Their regulators, their own set there is trying to see that companies come out open and play. We are seeing so many discussions here and there in terms of regulation. Now, coming down to Sub-Saharan Africa, which is Nigeria and other West African countries, you can see that gradually, this is even the time most Nigerians are even getting aware of the equities market, and some few companies are even finding it difficult to come to the market. So, in all, this result of this figure, this outlook, for me, is not a surprise. So, what we need to do in Nigeria is to encourage more people to get involved in our equities market. And of course, globally, IOSCO create a lot of awareness campaign. More and more people in the world need to get involved in the equities market, because the equities market has the potential to solve some of the world's funding gap. At the same time, creating wealth for the average person in this world. But there needs to be a lot of campaign awareness for people to take into it.
All right, then let's wrap up with this final story now. All seem to be well with the Nigerian foreign exchange market because the naira is gaining, and then the report we are getting here is that the development taken, or the move taken by the Central Bank of Nigeria to clear all foreign exchange backlog has brought some kind of value to the naira. But I'd like to ask you, Charles, this question. Do you think that we have what it takes to sustain this momentum? And do you see the naira gaining, the naira recording more gains in the foreign exchange market? I read something online yesterday that by August this year, naira will be trading for 1,000 naira to $1. I don't know if you also share in that optimism, looking at all the fundamentals in front of us at the moment.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, I've always advocated that no country in the world allows their national currency to have a free fall in the market.
Yes.
Even the well-developed countries, from time to time, they come in to intervene, kind of like a circuit breaker as we have in the capital market. So in the forex market, that is the NAFEM, Nigeria Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market, CBN has a major role to play. From time to time, when CBN is now noticing that, yes, there is a lot of demand and the supply is not there, CBN comes in. So you can see, just paying on the backlog of what they have, you know, you can see how the naira has appreciated. So these are the kind of things. There is no magic to it. CBN has no magic to it. Just watch the market and see how willing seller, willing buyer. If at a point in time you are having more people who are demanding, CBN have to come and play that market maker role and supply the market. And at a point in time when a lot of people want to sell, very few are buying.
Yeah.
CBN have to come and play that other opposite side role. That is what we call intervention. And it does not need to be intervened frequently. And of course, even Nigerians are not even aware that that is the role CBN has to play. So if we do this efficiently, and of course, the other aspect of the economy, the fiscal side of the economy, the real economy, where the executive are involved, then in terms of taking care of our security, improving our business environment, and this is also done very well. I share that optimism that by August, the naira can trade for the naira can trade for 1,000 naira to $1.
I love that. But then again, I need to ask you this question before I let you go. What other economic buffers do you think that the CBN should be pumping into the foreign exchange market to ensure this stability continues?
Yes, discipline. Discipline the executive in terms of saying, yes, let's reduce foreign trips, payments in the country, let it be not dollarized, let us use our naira, encourage a lot of exports. You know, CBN can encourage people to export so that we can receive this forex. Those are some of the measures that can be put in place. And watch our elected officials, especially our governors, because people have said that when they elect FAC, they go and change it to dollar. The below the change should be monitored and see that those periods, such kind of transaction should be flagged up so that the EFCC and other agencies to plug into action and see that we reduce that kind of practice. And that is where discipline comes in. There is no point you collecting 1 billion naira and you're running to the FX market or BDC to convert to dollar. All this will put pressure on our currency, and we need to stop that. Our CBN can do that in collaboration with the security agencies, especially EFCC.
All right, then we'll keep our fingers crossed and we'll just keep watching as events unfolds in the Nigerian foreign exchange market. Hopefully we see that this momentum is being sustained and then that the naira gain its value and it's been appreciated for that. Thank you so much for your time with me on the show this morning. Business and public affairs analyst Charles Fakoga, thank you so much for your insight analysis of these macroeconomic issues.